Area forecast discussion. National Weather Service, Amarillo, Texas, 5:18 p.m. Central Standard Time, February 12, 2023. The big story here is the rain potential for mainly Monday night into Tuesday morning. There are high probabilities for rainfall accumulation and even high probabilities for 1/10 of an inch of rain or more. The potential for a widespread rainfall event across the area does look very plausible. Any chance at moisture is always good news in the fire season. There's also the potential for the strong winds to start as early as Tuesday morning, but chances are better going further into the Tuesday forecast, or in other words, the long-term portion of the forecast. Focus for this discussion will be on tomorrow, since today into tonight will be relatively quiet. A strong closed low is progged to lift northeast from the desert southwest across the southern plains tomorrow night. That would be Monday night. Ahead of the low, we have abundant large-scale lift over the panhandles. A surface trough looks to form over the area as well, with a surface low over southeast Colorado. This will place a surface trough axis right over the area tomorrow night. Again, that would be Monday night. There's also a good signal for strong frontogenesis within the 850 to 700 MV layer. The combination of low to mid-level features and the robust upper wave will set the stage for a widespread rainfall event. This will be aided by a slight upslope flow, as an easterly component may be noted at the surface early on. In addition, this slight easterly component will help advect moisture into the area in the low levels early on as well. Also, a steady stream up 700 MB Theta E is noted Monday to Monday night. Taking a look at forecast soundings, we see a nice saturated column, but lapse rates are a little weak. This may limit our thunder potential. However, at this time, we cannot rule out a few claps of thunder overnight across the panhandles. Severe weather is not expected, but it should not come to a surprise if we have some gusty winds, 40 to 50 miles an hour, associated with a shower or thunderstorm. This will be primarily early on, with the low levels being dry, which could lead to an evaporative cooling process and gusty winds. Here are some probabilities of rainfall below from the National Blend Model. QPF, more than 1/10 of an inch, 50 to 80% chance along and south of a line from the DHT to GUI. QPF, more than 1/4 of an inch, 40 to 60% chance across the southeast half of the area. Nearly the entire area, the southeast 2/3 of the area, appears primed to get around 1/10 of an inch or more of rainfall. The southern and eastern parts of the Texas Panhandle have the best overall chance at seeing rainfall. Once we start stepping into the higher amounts, 1/2 an inch or more, the rainfall probabilities start dropping off significantly. For example, the grouping of model members associated with the most current run of the National Blend Model for QPF of more than 3/4 of an inch is basically 0 to 1%. This makes sense given the progressive nature of this system and storm mode. We could see some more refinements to the forecast, but overall there is moderate to perhaps high confidence in a widespread rainfall event across the panhandles, where several areas could pick up 1/10 of an inch or more of rainfall. Long-term forecast discussion, issue 2:33 p.m. This goes from Tuesday through Saturday. As of this writing, there is a mid to upper level ridge over the combined panhandles. Upstream is a closed low spinning off the coast of southern California and the northern Baja Peninsula. This low is the next system to bring rain Monday night. The system is also expected to produce some windy conditions across the southern Texas Panhandle to as far south as Lubbock. Winds are expected to be the highest between 6 a.m. and noon on Tuesday. Temperatures warm nicely Tuesday afternoon into the 60s. Breezy to windy conditions possibly return Wednesday, both in front of and behind the cold front. Depending on how fuels responds to the Monday rain, some fire weather conditions may exist across portions of the southern Texas Panhandle. That would be for Wednesday afternoon. Along with the second system, some precipitation will be possible, mainly in the northern combined panhandles Wednesday night. Cold air advection behind the front will lead to precipitation primarily falling as snow. Wind chill values behind the front Thursday morning will be potentially as cold as 10 below zero in the western Oklahoma Panhandle to the low teens in the far southeast Texas Panhandle. As Monday night showers come to an end and early Tuesday morning, a surface low will deepen over the southeastern Colorado. Surface winds will increase with a steepening pressure gradient across the southern Texas Panhandle starting early. West winds are expected to ramp up to the 30 to 45 mile per hour range. Not only will the surface gradient winds be high, but an H7 jet is progged to reach speeds upwards of 50 to 60 knots across portions of the area, mainly over West Texas between Amarillo and Lubbock, into eastern portions of New Mexico. Going into the afternoon, winds will gradually subside as the low moves off and the pressure gradient relaxes. However, winds are prognosed to remain on the breezy side, 20 to 25 miles per hour range, going into the evening and overnight hours. Other than high winds, through Tuesday is looking to be dry and warm with temperatures in the 60s. Going into Wednesday, a second system is prognosed to move across the Four Corner region, then towards the northwestern corner of the FA of the forecast area. This system will bring precipitation chances mainly in the northern zones of the forecast area and primarily Wednesday night. During the day on Wednesday, the southern Texas Panhandle could see some breezy winds again, induced by a steep pressure gradient and stacked jet on the southern periphery of the low. The downsloping westerly winds will also lower TDs associated with the surface trough, leading to some low relative humidity values in the 20s. Dew points could possibly be well into the lower single digits across southern zones of the forecast area ahead of the cold front. Depending on the timing of the associated cold front, some elevated to critical fire weather conditions may exist in the southwestern Texas Panhandle. Confidence is low at this time as the amount of rain received Monday night may limit these conditions as well. The sooner the front comes in, the concern for fire weather conditions will drop off for the forecast area. However, some elevated to critical fire weather conditions may be present further south of the forecast area. Snow Wednesday night is primarily expected in eastern Colorado and Kansas, as models depict the track of the H5 low at this time. A couple to 3 inches of snow are possible for western Oklahoma Panhandle with this system as well. We will be watching this system as other portions of the Oklahoma Panhandle and also the far northern Texas Panhandle may be able to receive an inch or more of accumulating snow. The National Blend Model gives chances of precipitation chances to the northern zones of the forecast area and slight chance to the southern zones, with rain being the primary precipitation type across much of the Texas Panhandle, especially early on in the evening. However, with the nature and track of the system, dry slotting could potentially shut down precipitation across portions of the Texas Panhandle Wednesday evening and night. Temperatures behind the cold front Wednesday night are prognosed to drop into the teens with some single-digit temperatures in the western Oklahoma Panhandle going into Thursday morning. Winds behind the front are also prognosed to be out of the north upwards of 20 to 25 miles per hour. This could lead to wind chill values as low as minus 10 in the northwest. Daytime temperatures on Thursday, especially in the north, will highly depend on the existing snowpack. Cameron County could potentially stay below freezing for the day. Another cold night will be in store going into Friday morning, with temperatures prognosed to drop into the teens and single digits again. Friday into Saturday are prognosed to be dry, with daytime temperatures warming back to near normal. There's a high wind watch in effect from Tuesday morning through Tuesday afternoon for portions of Texas.